Okay, dear students, the topic for our today's discussion is general areas of research in literature. In the first semester, we went through the concept of research. We saw that research means searching something again and again. So, means repeating the action, and what is that action? That is searching. So searching for knowledge, that means research. So as we know that the whole world is open for research purpose. Whole world means we have unlimited areas available for research. We have science and technology, we have language, right? We have space, we have other technical things for research. We have commerce, we have economics, we have history, right? We have political science. So number of subjects are available for research. But as far as students of literature are concerned, our focus is research in literature. So in today's discussion, we would try to focus the general areas that are available for research, right? So as we know that literature has many subjects. We have poetry, we have drama, we have short story, right? We have essay, right? So all these things have a particular space, particular status, particular area under the category of research. So today we would go through the different areas of research available in literature, right? So the discussion would be general as far as literature is concerned and particular in English literature. So the thing is that research work traditionally defined as gathering data that can help to answer the questions about various aspects in the concerned subject. So the concerned subject, as I told you earlier, that economics is a concerned subject, history is a concerned subject, English is a concerned subject, political science is a concerned subject, right? So there is a variety of subjects for research. So if I am speaking about political science, then the concept of research would be changed. So the research, the phase of research changes from subject to subject, from area to area. The research work may be asked to provide answers to questions of theoretical interest to particular discipline. So literature can, the research process may have two aspects. One is theoretical aspect, and second is applied or practical aspect. Theoretical aspect means discussion of some text, discussion of some novel, some drama, some book, some short story, and discussion of practical purposes like learning of grammar in the case of high school students, right? Learning of grammar of high school students is a practical issue. It's a practical issue. Our Indian students' problem to learn intonation patterns, right? I know that foreign people speak in some special way with intonation and stress, but we Indians do not follow the stress and intonation while speaking. So most of the Indians find it quite difficult to speak with rhythm, tone, and intonation. So if I select a topic that is the problem for Indians to learn rhythmic, or let's say the intonated patterns of English, that would be a topic for research. It would be a practical topic, right? So theoretical analysis and practical analysis, like that. So theoretical interest to particular discipline. Here discipline means subject. Okay. Political science is a discipline, economics is a discipline, history is a discipline, right? Language is a discipline like that. So research comprises creative and systematic work undertaken to increase the stock of knowledge. So what is the purpose of the research? The single purpose is to increase the stock of knowledge, right? As we humans are not satisfied with the current situation, right? So it is the tendency of the humans to have advancement, right? More, right? So we need improvement. We expect improvement, and for that improvement, we humans are engaged to research. So that's the main reason behind research. Otherwise, we would have been satisfied with the current available stock of knowledge, but we are not. So we want improvement, right? For example, we had 3G facility of mobile phone in the past, but we were not satisfied with it. So the researchers, the scientists continued their research and we enjoyed 3G to 4G, right? But still we are not satisfied with 4G. So we are marching towards 5G technology. So this transformation from 3G to 4G, 4G to 5G, 5G to 6G, 6G to 7G, the reason is research, right? So we want to update our knowledge. We want to update ourselves. Right? Take any example. Take any example. See the size of the mobile phone. See the camera of the mobile phones. Updated, right? Updated, isn't it? So we want to increase the stock of knowledge. That's it. And this tendency to increase the stock of knowledge generates the sense of research. Otherwise, we would not have been interested in the concept of research, right? So this continuous hunger for knowledge, this continuous hunger for improvisation, right, compels us, forces us to take an interest in the research phenomenon, right? So the stock of knowledge including knowledge of humans, culture and society. And the use of stock of knowledge to devise new applications, right? So that's the reason of a research. It is used to establish or confirm facts, reaffirm the results of previous work. So why we undertake the research process, right? To confirm some fact, right? For example, the moon looks attractive, but what actually is there on the moon? So curiosity was there in the human mind. So we want to confirm that it was a myth. It was some expectation that on the moon there might be water, there might be air, right? But we, the humans, wanted to confirm the fact. So we sent the space astronauts over there, right? Like Neil Armstrong, right? And what we uh, got the knowledge that on the moon no water is available, no air is available. So the fact is confirmed over there, right? Reaffirm the results of previous work, right? To update the knowledge, solve new or existing problems. For this reason, we need research. Existing problem. Today's main and the major threat to humanity is coronavirus, right? The research is going on regarding coronavirus and the vaccine, right? We got the vaccine because of the result of research, right? So we just trying to solve the problem of corona with the help of research, right? So we are updating our knowledge regarding this new disease, this new virus, right? That's why we have vaccinations, we have preventive measures as far as coronavirus is concerned, isn't it? So we are trying to face the threat to humanity with the help of research, and the vaccination is the result of a continuous research process, right? So to solve the new or existing problem, we need research, right? Support theorems, as far as science is concerned, support theorems, right? Newton's law, right? Newton's law of velocity, theorems, right? Support. That means research. To develop new theories, uh, research is going on to have new gadgets, new machines, new theories, new writing styles, new style of writing poetry, new style of writing dramas, isn't it? So, for all these things, research is a necessary thing. A research project may also be an expansion on past work in the field, right? Past work in the field. For example, if I select the spot Raigad, right, as you know that Raigad fort is there, and as I try to discover the finds in the era of King Shivaji, right? So I have to visit that spot, that Raigad fort, right? That could be my research project. And what would be my intention? To collect the coins, to search new coins in that area, right? So that would be the expansion of the past work in the field, past work, right? As you know that some coins are available, some coins are available in the era of King Shivaji, but I have to research it, right? Some more, if I would try if some more variety of coins are available in Raigad area or not. So I would what to do? I would expansion on past work in the field, isn't it? So research projects can be used to develop further knowledge on a topic. Or in the example of school research project, as I told you that learning of intonation pattern in the case of Indian students, it's a school research project. Or problem of learning English grammar for students in India, it's a research project. The problem faced by the students as far as English grammar is concerned. So I would research that topic. I would just evaluate the reasons why students find it quite difficult to learn English grammar patterns, isn't it? On the one hand, students know the rules of change the voice, but while speaking, right, they cannot apply the rule, the theoretical rule of change the voice in the oral form. That's the problem, isn't it? So I have to search for the reasons. And after finding the reasons, I would give some suggestions that these are the solution for this problem. So that could be a school research project, right? As you know that Corona is there, right? So the students, the teachers, the university has to develop some other platform of engaging lectures. That's why we got the facility of Zoom, right? So the traditional method of lectures in the schools, in the colleges has been transferred online, right? So we have to learn the concept of online teaching and learning, right? 2 years ago, we did not have any knowledge of Zoom or online teaching, right? But when there was a great demand, so we have to analyze, we have to study Zoom, right? Google Meet, all these online platforms, right? So effect of online teaching. That could be a research topic, research project, isn't it? Whether it is having a positive impact on the students or negative ones. The problems faced by the students, teachers while engaging such kind of lectures, that could be a research topic, isn't it? So they can use for further students research progress to prepare them for future jobs or reports. To test the validity of instruments, procedures, or experiments, research may be replicable, replicate elements of prior projects or the project as a whole. The primary purposes of basic research are documentation, discovery, interpretation, or the research development of methods and the systems for the advancement of human language, human knowledge. So the advancement of human knowledge is the key element of any research of any field. So the approaches to research depends on epistemologies, which vary considerably both within and between humanities and sciences. This is the combination, right? So after this discussion, let's move towards the different forms of research, different areas of research. For example, scientific, humanities, artistic, economic, social, business, marketing, practitioner research, topic from some life, technological ethics, etc. These are the several forms of research. And it is not necessary that these things are fixed, right? In the coming future, the forms of literature changes, modifies. So we have new areas of research also in the coming future, right? So our main focus is literature. So we need not to go into the other areas, right? So as far as literature is concerned, we have the topics like textual analysis, criticism, then history, then moments, writers, types of genres. Types of genres, we know that genres means kinds. We have different genres like poetry, genres like drama, novel, short story, prose, travelogues. These are the genres of literature, translations, and many more. So let's elaborate all these areas of research in literature. First, let's take the topic that is textual analysis. So textual analysis, a very vast area of research for the students. Here, see the title textual, text, T-E-X-T. Text means some book, okay, some books. And next word is analysis. So here analysis is nothing but detailed study. So the detailed study of the text means textual analysis. Here, text means a novel, a text means a drama, text means an anthology or a group of poems, right? A text can be a short story, a text can be a travelogue, right? A text can be an epic, a text can be a ballad, like that, right? So a research can be done on a particular text or book or books, right? Such research can be called as textual analysis. In such type of textual analysis, research, a particular text or book is selected for the research study, right? Any book or any novel or any drama, right? For example, Mrityunjay, textual analysis of Mrityunjay. मृत्युंजय या कादंबरीचा अभ्यास. Right? It's a research. So the point is that the main focus of the study, the main focus of the research is the text and the text and the text only. Right? So the researcher concentrated on the text only. So out of the text, the researcher is not interested to divert his focus out of the text. Right? So if I speak about Mrityunjay, right? So my focus is towards Mrityunjay only. Right? If I am analyzing the poetic lines in Bhagavad Gita, then my focus will be on Bhagavad Gita only. Right? I need not to study Mahabharata. I need not to study poetic lines in Ramayana. Right? So a particular text is selected for the analysis. So I have to study, yes, Bhagavad Gita, the text only. If I select some poetry by Ravindra Tagore, right, a single poem, that would be a textual analysis. So I need to study the text, or let's say the poetry written by yes, Rabindranath Tagore, isn't it? If I am studying a text from Marathi, right, Shyamchi Ai, for example, Shyamchi Ai, right, it can be called as an autobiography, Shyamchi Ai. The writer shares his personal life with the readers. So my focus would be Shyam, his Ai, and the story available in Shyamchi Ai book, right? So out of text, we need not to study other things, right? So if I select a book, if I select a novel, if I select a drama or any text, then what is expected to study, right? Study of story, study of plot, let's say the biography of the author, that's it, right? So a researcher minutely reads and illustrates the information data available in the selected text in the light of the research hypothesis. Right? Let's say the topic is a research hypothesis. As you know that hypothesis means an assumption, right? Taken for granted. Assumption that Sant Tukaram's poetry speaks about Lord Vithala. It's a hypothesis. We know that. We know that that thing would be found in that text. We would find Vithala, Pandharpur, in the poetry written by Tukaram. That's an open secret. So that would be the hypothesis, isn't it? That picture of nature in the poetry of William Wordsworth, hypothesis. As we know that nature is available in each and every poetry of William Wordsworth. So that would be the hypothesis, right? That's the topic. Okay. So the researcher systematically analyzes A to Z material. Here A to Z material means study, plot summary and biography of the author. So he analyzes the story in detail, dismantling, dismantling, right? Cut into small pieces, right? So the researcher does what? He minutely reads the story, he minutely reads the plot, right? Along with the biographical information of the author, right? And he presents minute details in that text. That is why A to Z material in the selected text in general and selected information in particular. As you know that for a research, some topic is to be finalized. That is called title, right? That is called title. For example, if I select a text that is Hamlet by Shakespeare, as you know that Hamlet is a very famous drama, right? The researcher, if he selects Hamlet as a text for the study, then the researcher has to study the different sides of the text, like characters, like theme, like conflict. I know that internal conflict is there and external conflict is also there in Hamlet. Dramatic monologues are there, right? Soliloquies are there, poetic justice, right? And such things are there, right? So the researcher has to analyze all these things in textual analysis, right? So out of Hamlet, we need not to study other dramas by Shakespeare. We need not to study other tragedies by Shakespeare because our main focus is the text only, right? So, for example, let's take a topic that's the mental conflict in the mind of Hamlet. Mental conflict in the mind of Hamlet. So that's the title of the research. Okay. So my main focus would be the text, that is Hamlet, and I have to study the situation in the text, right, under the heading that is mental conflict in the mind of Hamlet, right? So I have to analyze the story, I have to analyze the characters, their interrelationships, their actions, their reactions, their dialogues, isn't it? The background, atmosphere, all those things, Hamlet's habits of thinking and rethinking, like that. Right? So I have to study the soliloquies, right? The mental tension suffered by Hamlet. So I have to engage, I have to systematize the whole text, the whole story of Hamlet under this heading, right? So out of Hamlet, I need not to study other texts, right? So if I select, it is not necessary that I have to select one text. If I select two texts or more than two texts, then the same formula would be there. Again, the main focus would be on the two texts or three texts or four texts, right? If I study the three tragedies of Shakespeare, Hamlet, King Lear, and Othello. Hamlet, King Lear, and Othello. Then what would happen? Again, my focus would be on the three tragedies, not on the fourth, right? Not on the fourth. So again, my focus would be on the three texts. Again, I have to study the three texts, right? Under the heading that is characters, theme, conflict, dramatic monologues, and such other related things. So my focus would be just for three texts only. That's it, right? So it is not necessary that my focus would be on the single text. No, more than one text can be taken for the research purpose, right? So if a researcher has selected a volume of poetry by Wordsworth, he would study every stanza, right? Every line of the poems like meter, rhyme, scene, tone, theme, genre, etc. So again, the researcher has to study each and every word in that poetry. Again, it is not necessary to select a single poetry. I can select two poetries, I can select five poetries, I can select a single, I can select a full volume, right? So again, the same thing would be there that my focus would be on the single poem or two poems or single or let's say the selected volume, right? So systematic study of the story, systematic study of the characters, theme, conflict, right? As far as drama novel is concerned, right? And systematic study of words, meter, rhyme, figures of speech, right? Tone, meter, rhyming schemes, all these things in the case of a poetry, right? That's it, the textual analysis, right? For example, let's take a topic that is the natural images in the poetry of Wordsworth, right? Natural images in the poetry of Wordsworth. So I can select a single poem, or I can select two poems, or I can select three poems, or I can select 10 poems, isn't it? If I select 10 poems, then my focus would be on 10 poems only, right? Not more than 10, isn't it? So I would systematically study each and every poem, right? Each and every poem's meter, rhyme scheme, tone, theme, genre, background, the mood of the poem, message of the poem, point of view, all these things I have to analyze. So the main focus is the text and text only. Right? So any text you can select. Your focus will be on the text only, isn't it? So let's stop over here as the time is running out. In our next lecture, we will elaborate the other areas available for the research. Let's stop over here.